like I always say, pay it forward.
Looks like we're talking about Martin Mertens, well, specifically the Vampire World variant of him. Some people have been curious as to why and how he became a good guy, and the answer is pretty simple. The apocalypse happened. You see, in Vampire World, the humans that boarded the ship with Two Bread Tom never made it to the island. Basically, the vast majority of them were killed by the vampires, due to the fact that Marceline wasn't there to save them. This means that Martin is a descendant of the very small number of humans that managed to survive this event. Considering that he is one of the only possible dozens of humans remaining, there's no civilization for him to become a con artist for. You see, in the original timeline, Martin was born and raised in the human settlement, with him working as a con artist to get new technology. In the original reality, one of his schemes resulted in him being found out by the Seekers during an operation, which resulted in him getting a broken leg and a date with Minerva, Finn's mom. However, his schemes would come back to bite him, resulting in him having to run with Finn in order to protect him, even trying to take on the Guardian just so the two wouldn't have been obliterated. This causes him to lose most of his memories, with only small glimpses of his past showing up, most of which were partially incorrect. Long story short, because I want to talk about Prime Martin in his own video, this leads down a list of bad decisions and causes him to become a cosmic criminal. Vampire World Martin never went through any of this. He instead was most likely raised with the idea that kindness is the better way to go. He never had to become a con artist and never suffered major brain damage. Not only that, but because he was one of the only remaining humans, he seems to have a deep sympathy and weak spot for others, such as when he joins Fionna to possibly help two stranded humans and even love baby Finn, who he didn't even know was technically his alternate son. He also is very close to Huntress in this reality, with her seeming genuinely upset at his passing. His relationship with Bonnie, on the other hand, although she seems to care about what he says and there does seem to be some level of friendship, is mostly superficial. This is due to the fact that he is mainly their munitions expert. Basically, he's responsible for their creation of their bombs, weapons, and ammunition. In fact, upon his death, she cared more about the tank than Martin himself. Despite having what our Martin lacked, this kindness would lead to his downfall. In an attempt to help Fionna and the two stranded humans, it is revealed that they were vampires and that they fell for an ambush. Despite saving Fionna, he would quickly be killed and drained by Marceline, with him being the first casualty in their attempt to bring down the hive. Definitely a very sad end to his character and this video, because that's all I got for this episode. So what do you guys think? Do you think I am wrong that the human camp still became a thing? What led to Martin joining Bonnie? Let me know down below. Thanks again to my patrons on Patreon, I really do appreciate your help, and remember, you guys can contact me if you have requests. Anyway, I won't keep you, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye.